the next thing that I was really guided for to share with you guys in particular was one I wanted was they said to me, really explain the heavy nature of this energy. When I say heavy nature, I don't mean heavy nature that you're going to wake up each day like, oh my God. It's a nature in which it's a time of rebirth and release. It's a time of letting go. It's a time of death. It's a time of new life. What happens when somebody dies? There's sadness. There's there's an ache. There's a loss. There's an emptiness, and sometimes there's a rejoicing because they're no longer in pain, because they're no longer suffering. Really get what would that be like if a part of me left that was causing me suffering, that was causing me to feel less than, that was creating anxiety in me, that was creating heaviness in me. So yes, I might need to shed some tears, and yes, I might have some anger. And yeah, I might not want her to go because I'm afraid of what that's like, what life might be like without that. Because I need to learn a new way. What happens when somebody passes away that's been a pivotal person and part of you? It's almost like learning to ride a bike and somebody taking off the training wheels. There's a little bit of a gap there. There's a learning curve, right? You're going, oh, okay. You might fall. You might go like, this feels uncomfortable. I don't know. I'm starting to use my voice in a way that like is a little bit, rocky. Like sometimes I'm saying things that I think I should wait a little bit, but you'll get stronger using your voice. At first, it might be like, hey, hey, excuse me. And you're getting grounded. You'll notice you'll have things like that, right? Like you might get up, like I said, you might get up and get dressed and just go, that was like my favorite dress like 6 months ago. It was my go-to. And I'm putting it on and I'm like, feels like it's for somebody else. I think I need to go shopping, right? You might go, I always use this analogy because always like they're even showing it to me right now. Julia Roberts, when it Runaway Bride, and she's eating the eggs, and Richard Gere's like, you don't even know what kind of eggs you like. She's like, I know what kind of eggs I like. I know what you're talking about, and then she doesn't make it down the aisle with him. And then you see her, he goes back to New York and she's sitting there trying every kind of eggs, because if you guys haven't watched this movie, watch Runaway Bride, because it's just a cute movie. And she realized that she just said that she liked any of her partner's eggs. Like they would order scrambled, she would get scrambled. They would order sunny side up, she didn't know what she liked because she just became whoever she dated. They were into like reading or the outdoors or beach life. She was like, I'm misadventurous, I'm bohemian, I'm this, right? So I say that because it's almost like they're showing me that there's a new emergence of self, and you're going to learn these different aspects of you. Play with her, have fun with her, let her out. I almost wish we could all go to Burning Man and be like, how do we want to dress today? Right? Because there would be like how fun would that be? There would be like our own Ultimate Queens Burning Man group or Burning Man camp. I don't even know. But I don't know why I'm even bringing this up. But, well, I do. My point is, allow these different parts of yourself to dress. One day, if you're like, I want to wear a bohemian outfit, and the next day you're like, I feel like being in my yoga clothes, and the next day you're like, I want to get dressed up and wear lipstick like I never wear lipstick, and the next day you're like, I want to wear my hair up or I want to wear my hair down. Just go. My point is, go with the impulse. Don't judge it. There's a rhyme and a reason to its existence. You guys need to write that down. They're telling me that's a very important thing. There's a rhyme and a reason to its existence, and for you not to control it or question it. If you feel called to put music on one day and you wake up with like Beyonce in your head, put it on. If you wake up the next day and you're listening and you're like, it's country music, and you're like, what? Put it on. Go with what you're feeling called to. Do you feel like you want to go have a burrito and you're like, why do I want to? I don't even like burritos. Go and have a burrito, see where it takes you. I don't know why they're telling me this. There may be somebody at the burrito place. Just follow the impulse is my point. It's a new sense of self. You're redefining who you are. This is a movement that's happening for all women in a variety of ways. They're really grateful that we're in this container together. Okay, I wasn't realizing we're going to be doing this in real time at the moment. Hold on. I'm laughing because I'm like, why did you tell me all of this other stuff earlier? They're really grateful we're in this container because there's a lot of chaos around this, that a lot of women that aren't in this type of container are really confused as to what they're experiencing. And they're just feeling quite erratic and emotional. And also they're showing me that a lot of women are in a paradigm where they feel constriction because they don't have this type of support to allow for the unfolding. So they're kind of in a repressed, whether it's relationships, marriages, careers, family dynamics. And so they're telling me to tell you guys, it's important for you to share what you're learning. It's important for you to pass it on to your friends, to your children, to your family members, to, gentrify, to make it more mainstream to other people. So I guess in so many ways, okay, so just sharing it, just in a way that you'll see fit for whoever. There are people that are coming to mind for all of you right now. And they're saying you'll know how to talk to them about it. And just to not that you would be stingy with this information, but just to share about it. Like, oh, have you noticed you're feeling more emotional? In like a casual context. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, if you guys have any questions about anything that I'm saying, just by all means, put it in the chat or just speak, raise your hands or unmute yourself. The other thing that they said is, this is also a really exciting time, and for you not to fear this time, that you're all being held and really fully supported. There's a lot of goodness coming in. You guys have done the work. You've done the work. You've been in the process of work. Oh yeah, I have immense chills. You've been in the process of, holy, I think my hair just grew like 10 more inches, if that's possible. I feel like I'm cousin it. Grateful for my hair, but feel like I'm cousin it. They're saying that, especially those of you that were here from the very beginning when COVID happened and joined this group, I've been saying to you guys all from the beginning, there's a reason for the existence of this group. There's a reason for the ongoing nature of this group. There's a reason you're all meant and have been brought together. There's an interconnectedness, which is why they were telling me to have everybody share in the very beginning. And with that, they want you to be excited, not to be nervous and not to be afraid, and really notice the energy that you have around, like, oh, my world's going to blow up, or oh, this is going to feel hard. None of this is meant to feel hard. It's all the way that you want to look at it. But if you start really embracing that everything is happening to you, for you, that everything that's showing up for you, there's a beautiful reason. And much of it has been to answer the prayers that you've had on your heart for a long time. Can you go along for the ride? Can you surrender? Can you let go? Can you be in the allowance of its unfolding? And can you bless each moment of it? Can you enjoy each moment of it? Can you choose to see the good in each moment, even if it seems crazy, even if it feels painful, and just go, okay, I'm just going to allow. And I also know that life happens. And I also know that sometimes, there is, I don't want to say this in a way like, but there is life, and you're not in heaven. You haven't gone into an afterworld, but even your angels would say they are jealous of the human experience. They look at us and are so they just want to be a part of it. They want to know about your expansion. They want to see you thrive. They want to see you have everything that you've ever wanted. They want you to laugh more. They want you to enjoy more. You were never meant to experience such angst and anxiety and pain. And when you start to recognize that it's just projections, it's just other human limitations that you've allowed to contort and make you think that you are less than. But when you start to go, I don't need to do that anymore. I don't need to be in that low vibration. I don't need to fall victim to anything. I don't need to allow anybody to infringe on the joy that's available to me, onto the money that's here for me, onto the health, all of this stuff. I just get to decide. And each day I just get to wake up and decide. And if I wake up and I've forgotten, I can just ask to be reminded. And in the reminder, I will know the true essence that is me. And that's when you come back into alignment. That's when you just need that 5 minutes. That's when you just get to be reminded. Just ask to be reminded, and you will be led. And you will be led. Oh, that felt so delicious. Did that not feel so delicious? Oh my God, I could cry. Thank you. So delicious. Yes. It's the reminder. Do you guys see that? You just wake up and just say, I just need to be reminded. I just ask to be reminded. When in doubt, just ask to be reminded. Just remind me of the love that is me. Remind me of the joy that is me. And then just take a deep inhale in and breathe it in with your eyes closed before you've even put your feet on the ground. Just say, remind me of the love that you have for me. Remind me of all that is meant for me. Remind me, remind me, remind me. I don't need to control this moment. I don't want to control anymore. I just ask for you to lead. You have the floor, and you will all be led. There is nothing but immense love there for you. Nothing, no pain, no sadness. Not to say there isn't human experience. We are humans. But if you can look at the contrast and see how much pain is self-inflicted and how much angst is unnecessary, that's when you go, oh, wait a minute. Why am I making this so hard? Really, because if you guys look at this, at the end of today, did anybody put a gun to your head saying that you had to experience pain today? Did anybody put a gun to your head and say that that you're out on the streets vying for your life? Right? Like, no. But yet we make ourselves feel that way, right? We make ourselves feel like there's this life and death situation. We make ourselves feel like if I don't do this, then I can't happen. If I don't show up in this way, I won't get what I want. And that's just a lie of the ego. It's just a lie that a part of you has said, but it doesn't need to be that way. So if you just wake up each day, just going, remind me, just that simple prayer, just that simple ask.